people, listen up. We got the guests and the experts. Great conversation every Friday for the record. 7 p.m. Tell your people and your friends. Here we go. Start the show. Let the convo begin.
Friday Night Live 365. Made it through the week. Now it's time to unwind. I got my girl Sharika, and she's telling the truth. So get ready, cause she's talking to you.
1098, quiet on the set radio. 765, camera rolling. Ayo, start the show. 4, 3, 2, 1.
365.
Let's go.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Friday Night Live 365 with your girl, me, Sharika Abercrombie, as your host. And tonight we have a very special guest by the name of Stephanie, and we're going to welcome her on into the studio.
Hey. Listen, I'm over here Friday Night Live. Hey, I like that intro song, man. I absolutely love it. So thank you again. I'm super excited to be hanging out with you on Friday Night Live 365.
Thank you so much. You know, Shalom made that for me and her husband.
I love that.
They did an amazing job. So that is who you hear on the radio, bringing in Friday Night Live show. So how are you today?
Woo! Look, it's been a Friday, but I call this Freedom Friday. I mean, the fact that we still here and we yet to remain, I always say, similar but different but similar, it's all about testimony. So the fact that we have another chance to get it right, life is what it is, because you just never know from day to day what you're going to be dealt, and you just got to roll accordingly. But I'm good. All is well. I stay on the grind doing something. I'm here and there and everywhere, right?
And you absolutely are. Man, you are a woman about town, and I love it because I see you all the time promoting your businesses, doing your thing out there. And I just want to say thank you so much because you help me continue to push and grow in my business because I see you doing your thing. And I'm like, oh, I ain't advertising today because Stephanie done got like 3 advertisements out of me. Hold up. Let me like and comment because she on the roll.
Yes. Well, and then, most people always ask me too about that. And that's because I don't technically clock in for the traditional 9 to 5. So I do have the flexibility and the freedom. One of my friends coined me as being a marketing marksman, right? Absolutely. And I say marketing guru, but you're right. I'm out here relevant a little bit out here in these marketing streets. So, but that's just who I am. That's just what I do. And I enjoy doing it. It's fun to me. So social media is just like an extension of my personality of just being consistent, most importantly. If I don't do anything else, I'm going to remain consistent.
Oh, and you definitely are consistent because you all up and down my timeline, and I'd be like, yes, come on, show us consistency and what it looked like to be on social media. So I definitely big ups to you on that. So I know you are about to be a grandmother. Tell us about your journey and a little bit about yourself.
I am. So I am, I've been saying it like this. I'm 50 years old minus 2.5 now. I'm about to be a whole half a century, but I'm 47. My birthday is March 25th. I'm divorced, but I'm now dating again, I guess you could say, out here in these dating streets. So, but it's different. I have 2 children. My daughter, Sharonda, she's a senior this year. My son, Reek, matter of fact, his birthday is next weekend. He'll be 27, he and his girlfriend are making me a grandma. So I say to baby, I want the baby to call me Grammy or MzJazzy, right? So it's a grandson that's on the way. Actually, tomorrow, I'm headed to Florida. We had the whole gender reveal. Now they're going to have a baby shower. So I'm here for it all. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around the fact that I'm about to be a whole little person granny, right? So let's see. I grew up in Greer. You know, I'm right here in the upstate of South Carolina. You know, the fact that my daughter is about to graduate, I always said after graduation during the school year, who knows what side of the world I may end up on, because, you know, South Carolina is my home. But, you know, I know the world is so big, and, you know, wherever God opens up doors for me to end up next, you never know. But my top 3 places were like Georgia, Texas, and Florida. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. But, you know, I consider myself to be a serialpreneur, which basically means I'm a risk taker more than anything. But I do have multiple businesses that I do. So I always tell people, if I don't do it, I probably know somebody who does, right? And I've just always had a heart to serve the people as an only child. So that's maybe something you wouldn't know about me, is that I'm an only child with my mom. My mom, who's a teenage mom. And so at the end of the day, my personality, Sharika, is who I am for real. And I've always just been outspoken, outgoing, and always going to bring the positive energy vibe, unless you reel out that other side of me that's unsaved and unruly, right? But in a nutshell, I guess that's really who I am right now.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on your new grandbaby that's on the way. And hey, and you about to be an empty nester. How you feel about that?
Well, you know, it's different because, you know, the fact that my daughter, even at her age now, like chooses her friends over hanging out with me on a Friday night, right?
You let that girl, I understand.
You know, my desire though for her is, as she continues to make her life choices, is that, you know, we've raised her right. You know, I'm that mama for real. I ain't your friend to the point to where, you know, I'm gonna tell you right from wrong. But I just pray that all the choices in life that she makes, and realizing that she has 2 parents, even though we're divorced, we co-parent well, we're friends. You know, I know that I stayed as long as I did for her. And, you know, I can always tell her the sky's the limit. You know, I'm hoping that she'll be able to live her dreams wide awake. You know, as far as what we would want her to do is just making sure she's tapping in. But I don't have to micromanage her at this age. So, you know, she's kind of her own little individual person, developing to be the woman that she is. So empty nester for me, I kind of go and come as I please now anyway. So it's just, I believe she's gonna always have her hand out regardless. But yeah, so
understandable. So, hey, I done been there. I ain't to the empty nester yet. I got 2 more to go. But I do have one that graduated. He graduated last year. So they actually went to the same school.
okay.
So it was actually pretty interesting. Hey, she got some legs on her. I seen her run track one day.
Well, she get that from her mama. You know, she get that from her mama, if I have to say so myself. You know, I was an all-American athlete growing up. I did all sports. I did track, basketball, volleyball, played softball for the church. So most of my life, I pretty much understood the discipline of being an athlete. So yeah.
And it is definitely a discipline, which shows up now in your consistency and being able to be consistent in your business. So when I was first introduced to you, like in your business, I was introduced to Tava.
Okay.
And I got your products. And hey, let me tell y'all, they do work. And y'all get that tea. And I don't even like tea, but honey, that tea clean you out. Baby. Woo, you feel empty on the inside, but you do feel good, and it don't make you real sluggish, which is why I actually liked it. So tell us a little bit about that particular business.
Well, Tava is my second network marketing experience. So prior to Tava, I did TLC, which is Total Life Changes. Same pretty much products as far as the detox tea, the liquid multivitamin. We have a natural energy capsule called Flare. It's kind of like my go-to when I'm gigging and stuff like that, or, you know, really just for the mental clarity and focus. But, you know, when I'm traveling. And then we've got a CBD infused coffee. So how that came about, it's really about to be 2 years. Well, it's like a year and a half since I said yes to Tava. So Miss Walker, who is the top income earner in Tava, I met her through TLC. She had reached out to me during the time I was going through divorce. Gotcha. And I wasn't really paying attention. She was just like, hey, I got an opportunity I want you to take a look at. And I was just like, you know, kind of like, it wasn't a no, but it was more like a not right now. But then when she circled back for me like a year later, of course I had rebounded when I found out the CEO and founder, who was Mr. Kenny Lloyd, he was the VP of sales at the time of TLC. So when I knew he had branched off and started his own business, I was like, sign me up. I already knew based on his character, his leadership. You know, I knew he had produced several millionaires and the fact that he looks like us. So, you know, there's hundreds of thousands of health and wellness organizations that are out there. But as far as to say the ownership and leadership looks like us, Tava is the first. And so I did it for the culture. I told my kids, I was like, you know, your mom will be able to go down in the history books to know of all the businesses that she rolled with. You know, Tava being a first, that is a Black owned within that space. And I enjoy doing it. And like I said, the products work and the products are not on trial. It's just a matter of, we're about to celebrate our 3-year anniversary, right? And so just sticking and staying for me and realizing that as I continue to grow with the organization, you know, everybody know MzJazzy, you know what I'm saying? So when you're making a name for yourself and making it do what it do and just having fun while doing it, that's really what it's all about. And we're changing lives, bodies and bank accounts. Because at the end of the day, like I said, the products work. And for anybody that may be skeptical, I mean, there's always something being pushed to you as it relates. And I always tell people, look, if I'm gonna put my name and my brand on it, trust me, it's gonna work. And the fact that I'm about that lifestyle. So just at my age, I realize the older that I get, I'm gonna have to continue to do things for my body to help it to naturally also self-heal, but to make sure what I'm putting in as well as on my body.
Right. And I do agree, because as we age, taking care of our body is important. Health is wealth. I say it all the time, but I be meaning that like wholeheartedly. And I need to get some of that flair, because the way I was feeling today, I was telling Avery, I said, man, I need me some of that flair, because honey, when she take that flair and she get online, she's like, woo! And I'm like, ooh, right now I feel like, woo.
Well, you know, my energies are already on 10. Flair for me, and I say that's my go-to when I'm feeling sluggish, when I know I'm going to drive long distance, but it's more than an energy booster too, because it also has selenium and chromium in there. So you're talking about that whole mental focus and clarity when you know you got to get something done, or you know how you get that itis after around about lunchtime and you start feeling that sleep coming down on you. That flair, our phrase is flair will take you there. But it's a great proprietary blend. I mean, you got the whole B complex in there, vitamin D3, and it's just a great quicker picker-upper without the jitters, without the crash. I mean, it's a veggie-based capsule, so you take it and pop it really within minutes. You could physically feel the difference. And you can pop the capsule too and just mix it as a shot and just take it, and you're talking immediate gratification. So I love, love, love the flair. I say I should be considered like the flair ambassador.
You definitely should, because honey, I was needing some of that today. So definitely I get some of that. And I know that you just received a reward not too many months ago in Tava. How did that come about?
Well, so I was top retailer in Tava. So let me tell you what, backing up to the opportunity of me accepting to give a yes for Tava, it was the week of my birthday. It was a couple of days before my birthday. And I actually received my products on my birthday, right? So that was like happy birthday to myself, add another stream of income, blase, blase. So I know within the industry, it's a numbers game. And I started with a list of people that I know will support me just on the strength of relationship, right? But I also posted on social media, but I was very consistent, like getting the people to be willing. Because my thing was, not only did I start this new business, but I was needing testimony. So I went at people like this, look, this is what I'm about to do. Would you be willing to try these products and give me your honest feedback? And either they're going to say one or two things, yes or no. And for the ones that said yes and support it, just continue to reel them in as through my website sales. And that's how I ended up getting top retailer within the organization. And so switched gears from retail into recruiting. So now just trying to build a team as far as that residual income, because at the end of the day, once people become a product of the product, more than likely they're going to tell someone else, they tell someone else, they tell someone else. And that's how it's worked. I call it, it's a group of us applying pressure to a comp plan that works.
Ooh, come on. Say that one more time for me.
Yeah, when I think about group economics, because really network marketing, that's really what it is. When you get the right people with the right mindset for the same common goal and cause, and that's really to take control of your overall health. because it don't matter who you are. At some point, it doesn't matter who. It doesn't really matter who you are, right? Because at some point, you're going to want to cleanse. Because see, at my age, I remember we took laxatives, right? The harsh cleanse of a laxative. That's what I remember. But as I became in the knowing of the natural herbal gentle cleanse of the detox tea, you know, you switch gears. And I know that people do also suffer with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Like not everyone use the bathroom regularly, but it all has to do with our diet. Diet and exercise can eliminate a lot of problems, but to know that we breathe toxins in the air. I mean, there's things that you may clean your bathroom that have toxic fumes, and there's just all pollen in the air, the pollution in the air, you know. And at the end of the day, I always tell people it's not a weight loss tea, but it's a waist loss tea that has the benefits of you losing weight if you have that. I mean, because I've always been slim trim. I mean, that's not been my struggle. I'm not in it to say I'm taking these products to lose weight, but I am a resource and I'm a solution to a lot of problems that people may have when it comes to their digestive system. And those are real issues and real problems for a lot of people that so many people oftentimes suffer in silence and alone. And I'm like, look, I have solutions for that. You don't have to suffer. You know, when I hear people say it's been 3, 4, 5, and recently with a client, a customer of mine, it had been a month since she had a bowel movement. Yeah, I can't even begin to imagine to think. But it happens. And it's hard to comment. Yeah.
A month?
Yeah. You'll be surprised, you know, just to know. And I always tell people I try to create a safe place. There's no judgment zone. It happens to the best of folks that for whatever reason they have gut issues and it's not moving properly. And so I want anybody that will watch this live tonight to know that, listen, I do have natural alternatives. And it works. And all you need is one to get you going and moving. But it's the consistency that really you'll see the overall benefits of whatever your desired goal would be, right?
Absolutely. Consistency is key.
Yep.
And you are definitely on a natural whole body. You have recently started Wombversity.
Yes.
And that's also a natural product. Tell us about that. Because honey, I'm gonna let her tell you about Wash Your Wednesday.
Yes, okay.
I love it.
But you know, it is so funny because it's a marketing guru stunt. I mean, and it gets the desired results that we need. People are watching, people are engaged. You never know what we're liable to say. So big shout out to my business partner, my best friend, December Rose. We co-host the show, MzJazzy and Prosperity Do Live. And so, yep, on Wednesdays, we kind of dedicate our show to all things Woundversity. So when I talk about living the plant-based lifestyle, I mean, literally from the inside out. So in collaboration with my Tava business and now Wombversity, they kind of go hand in hand because Tava is going to take care of the inside as far as cleansing, as far as the liquid multivitamin. And I used to do a multivitamin pill form. I used to do a drop of zinc, a drop of vitamin D3, a swish of the colloidal silver. So, but now with the liquid that we offer through Tava, just one shot and it's all in everything your body needs from A to Z. So by the time the pill form that I had, by the time it break down, dissolve, and I pee some of it out, I might get 3 to 10% of a pill. So the liquid really is where it's at. And I'm gonna just tell anybody that there's no comparison. You can do your own research. A liquid vitamin straight in versus having a swallow pill, letting it dissolve, night and day. And then the flare again, with the energy capsule, the mental focus and clarity. And then we have a CBD infused coffee with Tava, right? So I don't know if you're a coffee drinker, but coffee is like the #2 beverage in the world outside of water. So what a marketing genius it was to even tap into the coffee industry. So it's to feel good without the high, right? And there's no caffeine. It's a nice Colombian bean. So that's on the inside. And then here comes Wombversity. So one of my business partners that was within Tava, I was on the sidelines watching her consistently post about these all natural feminine yoni washes. And so I was like, okay, let me figure out what's going on. So I kind of fell back and just kind of watched the consistency of that. And I was like, you know what? let me go on and lock my spot. So I too joined this organization without trying the products, being the risk taker that I am. But Wombversity, basically the mission is that through our products, our leadership, and they're even going to be able to offer an academy as far as getting certified to become a doula, a community herbalist. You can become a life coach, a lactation specialist, a Lamaze coach, or a certified wombologist. And so that within itself, you know, piqued my interest of just learning and being curious more about my body and learning things about my body, that realizing even at my age, I'm going to have to do more for my body to make sure I stay fit, stay healthy, and just being able to still take overall control of my health. I pretty much have a clean bill of health. I'm on no medications, but I do contribute that to like my lifestyle.
Yeah.
As far as what I eat, because I do understand that you are what you eat. And the Woundversity part came as far as the outside of washing, right? Versus our chemical-based, perfume-based, packaged good, smell good, but we unknowingly are putting things on our body that could really cause disease. And so realizing that this was an all-natural formulated blend of washes, taking us back to Eden, right?
Yeah.
Using the natural herbs of the earth, I physically feel and smell the difference. I mean, there's things that we as women deal with that we don't often talk about. You know, as a woman, if you live long enough, you're gonna have a yeast infection. You might end up with bacterial vaginosis, or, you know, if your pH balance is off, you know, you might have a foul odor. And these are things that women deal with, and oftentimes men can also contribute to with their bacteria and toxicity going on down there. And that's because of the use of rags. The use of rags, if you think about using a rag all over your body and you're putting it down there in that space, when really these washes afford you the opportunity to use your hands. Come on, somebody. So even for me at my age, I just cold turkey and said, you know what?
I ain't doing no rags. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
I was seeing that post and she was like, nah, I'm going away with rags.
Look, the same thing.
I was like, I wonder how that will work.
Yeah.
And I actually tried it. I was like, oh, there's really no difference.
Listen, if you really spend the self-care time that you need with your hands, because think about the rags hold bacteria. The rags, as you wash, you're gonna be scrubbing soap off in that rag. You know, all that bacteria and germs and dirt ain't getting out that rag, and you're taking that same rag and washing down there in that space. That's causing irritation. That could cause an outbreak down there. And I know there's a lot of sensitive skin things going on down there, but then we're douching, and then we're using these over-the-counter, want to self-medicate things of what we imagine that we're dealing with, and have no clue that we're really causing more harm than doing ourselves any good. And it becomes like a repetitive cycle of things that you deal with. And so what I can say Wombversity has done for me, because not only do we have the feminine yoni washes for women, but we do have the male washes as well. And our whole line of washes is affirmations. Like for women, I am beautiful. I am passionate. I am refreshed. And soon to come, I am authentic. We've got even for the preteens and teens called I am virtuous. So it's the same formulated blend as different essential herbs that are blended within there. And physically to feel the difference, it's like a foam wash. So when you're putting it on your body, let me just say, you know, your hand feel better than a rag anyway. Let me just say that. If you spend a little time down there and get to know yourself, you know, you put it down there, but not in there. We also offer suppositories, and ladies, for us with suppositories, that's going to, as you insert that into your vaginal canal, that pretty much brings down like any old blood, you know, removes and evicts anything that don't supposed to be in there. Let's just say that. And then we also have essential oils that can be used as far as, you know, if you need to be moist down there all night, or, you know, you got some dryness going on. But then we also have like an all-purpose essential oil. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I mean, the products have served this purpose for what I'm desiring to do for my body. I was like, before long, I'm going to detox my entire household. I mean, I'm already using like a plant-based laundry detergent, plant-based deodorant, plant-based toothpaste. So yeah, I'm about that plant-based life. And so when it comes to Tava, Tava's taking care of the inside. Wombversity, eliminating all those no chemicals, no dyes, GMO free, so they're not genetically modified organism and they're not tested on animals. I love it. I'm really enjoying the products as a whole, not only just as a business partner, but also being a product of the product. So yeah.
Right. And you're not putting all those harmful chemicals in your body, knocking off all your hormones in the first place.
Yep.
So I love it. And we had a question from Ricky that said, how do you wash without a washcloth?
Your hands.
Just like this.
Yeah. The same thing you can do with your rag.
You just
See, I'm to the point to where I can literally, but you know what else? I've been taking my time too. You know, you go in the bathroom with a rag and in and out.
Get in and out.
This is self-care for me. I might be there 30, 40 an hour. And I really, and you feel the difference on your skin. You know, some of the soaps actually can cause like a white film, or you know how you might have that little after residue, or you might be extra dry. Whereas with the foam, as far as what you're really rubbing into your body, you feel that refreshing of just the lightness of it. And even down there in that yoni space, you know, a lot of stuff women can put down there. Like I said, if you think about the Victoria's Secret that smell good, look good, package good, but it really is no good for you. And so
it ain't no good to sit on trial. You be like,
not on trial even with Wombversity. Let me just say that, because previously it was called Healthy Womb.
Yeah.
And so they're about 5-6 years in, right? So thousands of people have already, you know, had the benefits and having used these products. Woundversity just rebranded like a few months ago, back in June. So when I say a ground floor opportunity, this was a ground floor opportunity to jump in. Like, even of the opportunities I've ever been presented, I never got in and the company was just 1 month old or 2 months old or 3 months old. And so, yeah, that's what's been going on. Just tapping in, getting in where I can fit in and making it a part of my lifestyle. Because guess what? As it relates to both organizations anyway, when you go to the bathroom, you're going to do one of two things. Either you're going to use it, and that's where that detox tea going to help you to flush through the guts, or you're going to wash. So why not use the products that can help keep you regulated, as well as when you go to wash? I mean, if you're going to buy the soap and do it anyway, why not do it? Buy it from yourself and take the natural approach. So that's where I am in life, and that's what I got going on.
Awesome. And you got more than that going on, because not only do you have or affiliate, doing affiliate marketing with those two companies, you also have your own brand where you do your thing out there on the runway, at parties and different outlets, and wherever the people flying you to, because honey, she get flued out around these parts. So tell us a little bit about that business.
So I've always been a talker, believe it or not. You know, I used to get in trouble for talking too much in school. And I was, you know, for those that really follow me, I do these granny chronicles, where, you know, I hang out with my granny and just kind of randomly go live with her. And I was telling her the other day, I was like, you know, I used to get in trouble all the time. And she always tell me I talk too much anyway. I said, well, now I get paid to talk. And so I've always been outspoken. I've always been very bold. Anybody that really know me know that I'll say whatever, what's on my mind. You know, sometimes the straight truth, no chaser. But I am a host. I always say my little phrase is, I am the voice. But God has just gifted and anointed me to be bold enough to speak up and to speak out and to be a voice for the people, that I can always try to help to encourage, motivate, you know, educate, inspire folks through my voice. So whether that's being a radio personality, you know, having done some TV work, but, you know, now just doing the live shows. But again, I say I'm the hostess with the mostest, because I do MC events. You know, I do have the whole Hollywood red flare, red carpet set up. I have the whole red carpet, the lights, sanctions, and all. So if you ever need a host, y'all hit me up. And I'm always happy to serve if my schedule or availability allows me to do so.
Because she will come and then you're gonna hear MzJazzy's in the building. Go ahead.
Building. But you know, that's a part of marketing too. That's a part of marketing too. You know, when I started doing the show with Tiff, I said in my mind I was gonna coin something that I say each week, And that's just a part of my brand. And when I do see people, that's what they say, MzJazzy's in the building. But it's a part of the plan. It's a part of the plan.
And that was genius, because when I hear you on Saturday, because she is on a show with Tiffany Lachey, and when she's on there, she always say MzJazzy's in the building, and it stuck in my head. It just stuck. So it was definitely genius to coin that. So how did that partnership come about?
So Tiff and I, well, I say Tiffany Lachey, let me get it right. She and I have been friends for years, and we've always kind of worked in that space. You know, even for myself, if people try to book me and I'm not available to host, I always refer them to her, you know, just as, you know, the professionalism, who's going to bring that same energy to the room. So just always working alongside. She asked me to be a part of it. I have been willing. It's already been a little over a year already. So I've just enjoyed, you know, her sharing her platform with me to have a voice as well that the people can continue to hear. So it's just been fun. She said we are sisters from another mister, but I always say my sister from another mother. So I always say everybody's my sister, being that I'm an only child. But yeah, we were friends as well. I remember initially meeting her when she did like a Rip the Runway fashion show. And, you know, now I actually host her Elegantly Graceful pageants. And so we're kind of engrafted in as friends too, as well as doing business together.
And that's amazing, because I tell people all the time, you can be in the same industry as a person and still push each other. It's always collaboration over competition, because we ain't out here competing. We're out here celebrating each other, because we go further together when we do it together, and we push each other to be greater, even when we're in the same space. You push each other and you go further in life. So I definitely thank y'all so much for collaborating. And did you have anything else that you wanted to share with the people?
Well, one other business I'll plug real quick is the SOE firm. So I co-own and partner with my best friend and business partner, December Rose. So we do all things marketing. So if people follow my brand, all of my graphics and flyers, she's the creative one behind making me look good out here in these marketing streets. I mean, many people that have worked with December anyway already know how she get down, and she's anointed to do what she does. And so just the clients that we offer, you know, the insight of branding, marketing, promotions, whatever your business needs as relates to getting your name out there, even for social media management, we do it. And so logos, business cards, flyer, you name it. If you need that hookup, we got you.
Yes. Now that's dope, because a lot of business owners need to be able to have their marketing materials together, and the stuff that y'all produce are amazing. They are very on point. They're very vibrant. You get to see it. It's not like something that's bland and you can stroll straight past it. She does an amazing job.
So it ain't that clip artsy stuff. Definitely not that clips artsy stuff. But you know, when I give it back to December too, our friendship through her led me to write my first book. You know, so when I was going through divorce, I wrote a book called I Forgive Me. Okay, it's called I Forgive Me, and that was a part of my self-healing process of really just dealing with the baggage of the divorce, and you know, just getting through that. We self-published that also through our business called 3 and 3 Publishing. So yeah, I got a whole publishing company too. We can help you write your book. All the kind of, listen, I tell people, look, I promise you, if I don't do it, I know somebody who does. So for me, I'm just enjoying life. You know, I always say I'm trying to figure this thing out. I'm just trying to live a purpose-driven, destiny-filled life. Because at the end of the day, I want to just stay in alignment with whatever it is that the Lord has called me to do in this season, right? Because we can do a lot of things, but, you know, are we making a difference? Are we impacting the lives of the people? And that's what it's all about for me.
Factual. Awesome. And if the people was trying to get in touch with you, how would they reach you?
Well, I'm pretty much on all social media platforms. Like Facebook is my name, which is Stephanie. So I want y'all to spell it right. It has the A on the end and not E. So it's STEPHANIA. And then MzJazzy, MzJazzy on Facebook. I also have Tava Lifestyle with MzJazzy on Facebook. I got Wombversity with MzJazzy on Facebook. I'm on Instagram, the Jazzy Report, but I also got Tava Lifestyle with MzJazzy. I also got Woundversity with MzJazzy. I'm on Clubhouse. I'm on TikTok as MzJazzy, MzJazzy. I'm on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Branded out as Tava Lifestyle with MzJazzy. Also got Wombversity with MzJazzy on YouTube as well. So I'm pretty much trying to be relevant on them. I'm on Snapchat. You know, I'm trying to do a little bit of it all. But at the end of the day, if you Google me or look me up, find me, you can connect with me. If there's something I can assist you with, any questions that you may have, maybe you want to try the products, maybe you look for another stream of income. I mean, I ain't even talked about Tava has a whole nother travel division that they added to the portfolio. So I'm telling y'all, if I don't do it, I know somebody who does. So even on the travel side, if you're going to look for a hotel, resort, or rental car, I can assure you that I can probably save you some money. Let me just say that. Because Tava tapped in, not as travel agents, but the fact that we have access to wholesale saving discount dollars. I mean, for the times that I've used it and guided others, Tava's rates have always been the best. So y'all hit me up. I mean, whether I can save you $5, $20, $100, a couple $100, $1,000. I'm all about saving money too, right?
Absolutely. You know how I save a coin. I'm frugal McDougal around here. So definitely all about saving money and living a very holistic life. So is there any, because you are a serial entrepreneur. So because you do so many things and have your hands in so many things, what advice would you give to our up and coming entrepreneurs or somebody that's been in the business for a while? What advice would you give them or encouragement?
Just do it.
Facts.
I mean, because at the end of the day, procrastination will keep you hesitant in doing what you already know you've been called to do. You know, oftentimes we hear that phrase about our dreams are bigger than our bank account. Well, listen, once you have made up in your mind and you believe God has called you to do what it is that you know you've been called to do, just do it. Write the vision and make it plain. You know, you've got people that are willing to show you the process of what it's going to take to get it done. Right. If there's a will, there is a way. And so I'm that risk taker that I'm like, okay, we can do that in 3 days. We ain't got to wait 6 months, you know, because at the end of the day, you never know. Nobody knows the day nor the hour. And one thing I want to be able to say is once I've lived my full outlived life is that I want to be able to die empty. Every dream, every vision that I can even imagine to have thunk of, let's just say that, I'm willing to try it. I'm willing to try the difference of getting things done. So I would say just do it. Write the vision down, make it plain. Get involved in a circle of folks that can show you how. Because there are people always that are doing similar but different things. But, you know, there are more people that will be willing to support and guide you with the right circle than those that would be against you. Because, I mean, hey, at the end of the day, you got one life to live. If you don't do it, somebody else will. So come on and get to it. Y'all get to it. Don't be scared. Sometimes you got to take that leap of faith and just trust God at his word that if he calls you to it, he'll bring you through it, right?
Absolutely. I definitely want to thank you so much, MzJazzy, for taking the time out on your lovely Friday to come hang out with us here at Friday Night Live. We thank you so much for all that you do and keep out there, keep passing the pavement because, girl, we see you and we want to thank you for all that you do. And for all of my guests for Friday Night Live, we thank y'all for coming out for another episode with MzJazzy in the building.
MzJazzy in the building.
I just had to say that. And with your girl, Sharika Abercrombie. Until next week, bye.
Friday Night Live 360.